Sacktown, what is going on? Sacktown Pete back at it again. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Happy Sunday morning to everybody. I hope everyone's having a fantastic weekend. A lot of people have been asking me the question about the starting backcourt potentially. What could it could be next season? Can Davion Mitchell and De'Aaron Fox coexist and work and play well together? And the answer to that question is hell yeah. They can coexist. They can play together. We saw how Davion played since Fox went out, and especially with the ball in his hands while Fox was out. Davion Mitchell took over and played fantastic basketball down the stretch. The final 20 games of Davion Mitchell's rookie season, he showcased he can become an offensive threat. He went on to average 15 points, 6 assists, shooting 45% from the field goal. Overall, in 33 minutes, I can live with that. But you think that if he's going to start alongside Fox, and he's going to get more than 32 minutes. They're going to make it work, guys. Davion told me himself that they are going to make this work, and I am happy to hear that, and I'm glad that they are going to put in the work this offseason to make it work. He's already come out and said that he's going to work on some of his things that he needs to work on in order to make it work. One of them is being the catch and shoot. Definitely has to prove in that aspect of his game. And with his work ethic and his demeanor, you better believe that he's going to be catching and shooting next season when he's starting alongside De'Aaron Fox. It will also work because Davion Mitchell is a elite freaking defender. Don't be surprised if next season he is on the all-defensive team. In my opinion, he definitely should have been on the team this past season. But for sure next season, with his hard work ethic and his demeanor, to the grit and grind just to get after it on the defensive end, there's no doubt in my mind that Davion Mitchell is going to be he's going to be on the all defensive team, and potentially he's going to win an all defensive player of the year award at some point in his career. It's just bound to happen. Too good of a defender to not win that award. He can definitely defend other guards' best players and take pressure off De'Aaron Fox in that aspect, because offensively we know what De'Aaron Fox can do. Defensively, so much potential for De'Aaron Fox to defend at an elite level, but the fact that he's going to have an elite defender and Davion next to him alongside him in the backcourt next season, Davion's going to take full responsibility of locking down the opposing best players or guards. People worry about his size and how he's undersized, and how that they question that might be a big issue and why that may not work in the backcourt with the playing alongside Fox. I get the concern of his height, but dude, Davion is a strong dude. He's a pit bull. He makes up for it due to his lack of size. He is strong. I mean, you can try to back down Davion Mitchell if you're like 6'5", 6'6". I'm pretty sure you're going to have a hard freaking time backing him down. Yes, he might have the height advantage on him, but he makes up for it with his body strength, and he can defend at the high level. Multiple times this past season, I saw Davion switched on opposing teams with giving up height on himself, but he held his ground. He held his own. He got that body strength. Upper body strength of Davion Mitchell. Don't sleep on it, man. I think a lot of people were blown away with his defensive talents this past season. He arguably was the Kings' best defender on the Sacramento Kings as a freaking rookie. And I've said it before, and I'll say it again. He's the best defender that this franchise has had since the great Ron Artest. And that was way back, like over a decade back. So moving forward, I look forward to seeing, catching up with Davion and, seeing his workouts with De'Aaron and Sabonis and the rest of the staff this summer. I know De'Aaron and Domas were worried about his work ethic kind of just getting in the way. Like, he might just take a week off. After that, he's going to keep grinding. He's just going to overkill himself. But I think it's a good chance. It's a good time to tell Davion, hey, man, don't overkill yourself. Don't overwork yourself, man, because we're going to need you. We don't want you to be worn out coming into training camp. And I know that Davion Mitchell was very hard on himself, loves to stay in the gym and work hard to get better. Definitely hope that Domas and De'Aaron can get to his head and tell him, like, hey, dude, don't overdo yourself. We're going to need you next season, because I do really believe that Davion Mitchell will be your starting two guard alongside De'Aaron Fox next season, and the Kings are going to be really good in the backcourt next season, offensively and defensively. And But the playoffs going on, man, it's like it's crazy, man. It drives me crazy because I want to see the Kings in the playoffs. We have a beautiful building downtown Sacramento, the Golden One Center. It's a nice breezy morning. It should be a breezy day, nice breezy day today. It was a great breezy day yesterday. Just thinking to myself, like, man, great day for basketball. This building deserves to host a playoff game one day. I want to see Doco Plaza. I want to see downtown Sacramento live and electrified and just going crazy. And seeing all these teams in the playoffs, man, it's been a good playoff series, playoff year, should I say, so far. And the Kings are missing out. The Kings got to be in it, man. And I'm just hoping that in our lifetime, one day, whether it's next season or the season before or whenever it's going to be, really do hope that the Golden One deserves to host some playoff games. And I really do hope in our lifetime that we get to witness and experience that. And I'm very confident. I'm very confident that we are going to be able to witness and experience that pretty soon. I mean, I honestly think that we're a good head coach and a couple pieces away from experiencing that, guys. I really do believe that. And I think moving forward, we're going to make the moves. We're going to make the moves to get better and be in the hunt and be in the mix. And, play better defense. Offense is offense. And I think that this core, we're going to add to it. We're a piece or two away, and I think that we're going to be really, really good moving forward. So people have asked me what do I think about the playoffs and who I think is going to win. Honestly speaking, before the playoffs even started, I had the Phoenix Suns to come out of the Western Conference. As you guys know, if you guys don't know, Devin Booker went out with a hamstring injury after Game 1, and he's going to be reevaluated in 2 weeks. The Suns just won Game 3 the other night, and they're up 2-1. I think they can beat the Pelicans without Devin Booker, but to come make it to the finals, they're definitely going to need Devin Booker back to make it to the finals. And, who knows how it's going to be. Golden State Warriors are popping. I mean, they're fun to watch, man. That PTSD lineup, man. Poole, Thompson, Steph, Dre, Wiggins. Forgot about him. And when those five are on the court, it's crazy, man, how they're so hard to defend. 1 through 5, they can shoot the ball. Jordan Poole has been such a bright spot this season. And I must confess, playing Jordan Poole against the Kings this season, I hated playing against Jordan Poole because he's so freaking good. And the fact that seeing him perform even higher at a higher level in the playoffs, it's crazy, man. That kid deserves all the money. Credit to the Golden State Warriors staff for bringing him on. I don't know what it is, man. It's something in that Golden State water or something. But they're fun. They definitely are going to be a force, and they have a good chance that if they stay healthy and they keep playing like the way they've been playing in the first round, there's a good chance they're going to potentially could come out of the Western Conference. And overall, the championship out of the Eastern Conference, Philadelphia's making some noise. Brooklyn Nets and the Boston Celtics, definitely a shocking series there. I think that Milwaukee, Chris Middleton's out. So I don't know. The Bulls are tough, man. The Bulls are really tough. They're giving them a run for their money. I would probably say Milwaukee would come out of the East before the Chris Middleton injury. But now it's like Middleton's sideline, and I don't know if they have enough to beat the Bulls. I'm not too sure. We'll see. But overall, I did pick the Suns to come out of the Western Conference and win the championship ultimately. But with the Devin Booker injury, factoring that in, I'm not too sure if they have enough to come out of the Western Conference. Yes, I do believe that they have enough to beat the Pelicans in the first round, and whoever they play in the second round. Really do hope that Booker is back because I would love to see Devin Booker come back and compete. And it just sucks, man. I mean, they had a franchise year, 64 wins, and then Booker gets hurt game 1. Just a bad timing. Bad timing for the Phoenix Suns and their fans. But stay hopeful, man. Stay hopeful. So hopefully he can come back after the first round's over. And I do actually have them beating the Pelicans in the first round. The series that was shocking to me so far has been the Mavericks and the Jazz. Utah actually did win yesterday, and they have tied up the series. But something about the Mavericks they're tough, man. You can argue that game was, I don't know how they caught that game up. They could have been up 3-1. I mean, just a lot of rumblings with the Utah Jazz right now with their front office. Like, hey, if they get bounced in the first round, do you break up the core? Do you fire Snyder, their coach Snyder? What's going to happen with Donovan Mitchell? What's going to happen with Rudy Gobert? We'll see. We'll see what happens. I think the Kings should be paying close attention to the Utah Jazz this offseason if they were to get bounced in the first round. So, with that being said, let me know your guys' thoughts about Davion Mitchell and De'Aaron Fox. Can they coexist? Will they coexist? And the answer is yes. They're both good enough to make it work. And factoring in Davion's defense, the Kings need Davion's defense, and I just don't see him coming off the bench. Granted, if DiVincenzo somehow were to get signed and traded, or if the Kings bring in another shooting guard and if they sign one or if they trade for one, a lot can happen. This is what you have off season for. But I ultimately believe that Davion Mitchell will be in the starting lineup, and he'll start alongside De'Aaron Fox. So, with that being said, that's going to do it for me for today's video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Sunday, great rest of your weekend. You guys take care. God bless. Keep pushing forward. Have a great rest of your weekend, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.